last speaker, Danette Chavis, lost her son, Gregory Chavis, in 2004. And over the years, I've known Danette for a while now, and over the years, every time I hear Danette speak, she reminds me of how important it is to knit these families together and to build a movement of the people who are willing to come out and speak out and fight. Like previous speakers have said, nobody chooses this. This is what's thrust upon them. But one of the things you see is that people who decide that they are going to keep on fighting, that they're going to figure out a way to protest, to push back, to stand up, is that it changes you over time. And to me, I don't know if Danette Chavis calls herself an activist or not. I don't know. Maybe she'll say. But to me, whatever you call her, she's one of the most important fighters out here, standing up, telling the truth fearlessly, year after year. Please give a warm welcome to Danette Chavis.
Good afternoon. We are living in a very different time. We're seeing some of the racism and some of the police brutality that occurred in the 60s, but the situation is different today because our rights are being not just violated, but taken. Attorneys defending people are being incarcerated. People are being spied upon. Your sons and daughters are not only being stopped and frisked while they're in the street, they have police in their schools arresting them simply because they didn't have school ID. If that doesn't tell you the climate that we're living in, I don't know what will. I think that it's utterly ridiculous to do the same things over and over and get results which are no results at all and still continue on marching and protesting, begging individuals to do the right thing when clearly they have showed you that is not their intention. When a family member loses their life to police brutality, we are made to march and plead and beg for justice because justice is denied us. So we must go that route. However, that cannot be the cure-all in regards to justice. There must be an overall fight that is focused at the top, at this very government itself, concerning the so-called alleged rights of liberty and justice and freedom for all. Because as I look, our liberty is being taken away. We have thousands and thousands of people who are incarcerated when there exists evidence that shows their innocence, yet they refuse to release them. We have thousands of people who have been incarcerated under a biased drug law, okay, and they're still in jail. Okay, thousands. Where is their liberty? Their liberty has been taken away. Okay, as far as justice, we have to beg and march and plead for it. There's no reason whatsoever why, if you live in a so-called United States and you have rights and privileges, that you have to march and beg and plead for them to do the right thing. But when the table is turned and you are accused of a crime, within 72 hours you will be charged, you will be brought before the judge, and you will be issued a sentence. But when the police kill our children, we are made to wait until they investigate it. Investigating can go on 3, 4, 2 months, whenever they get good and ready to get back to you. And the officer will still be on the job, still receiving pay, and you're left to grieve and wonder what happened. I know families who lost loved ones due to police brutality to this day have never been told the reason why police killed their child. You go on a runaround trying to find out, why is my child dead? Right. This ought not be. You have a commissioner here in New York City who, no matter what the officers does, they defend them. We witnessed here in this city in the Ramarley Graham case, when the officer went for his arraignment, paid his bail, was released, he came out on the street to the applause of his entire department. This is a man that busted into a house illegally, without permission, without a warrant, killed an unarmed 18-year-old in his own home, and when he gets arraigned, they're applauding. Where's their sense of justice? Where's the sense of official righteousness even from the commissioner? How could you have an officer even on your watch that could violate departmental policies, the laws of the land, kill a man in a process, and he still works for you? So clearly, they don't have a problem with the actions of their officers. And I'm sick and tired of begging them to do what they have clearly shown they have no intentions on doing. And that is the reason why I created the petition demanding national action against police brutality, because accountability for law enforcement across the United States is non-existent. You hear what I'm saying? It don't exist. Whatever they say it was, that's what it was. A police officer in the United States is the only individual that can kill you, okay, and his testimony is considered as valid as for what he did. If I kill somebody, I'm under scrutiny. They're not going to take my testimony because whatever I say, quite naturally, is going to be in defense of myself because I'm not trying to go to jail. So quite naturally, whatever I tell you is the reason it's going to be in my favor so that there's no guilt found in me. A police officer is the only one who has the capacity to do that. Kill you and say, this is why I did it, and be considered justified. And to add insult to injury, the reasons given don't even have to make sense. Just as long as the mouth is talking, just as long as they say something, anything, they will be considered justified. How do you expect me to rely on a law enforcement agency when the majority of them, when they kill a man, their bitch-ass justification is, I thought he had a gun. I was in fear of my life. Well, if you got 2 guns on your hips, handcuffs, the whole department backing you, and you still scared, imagining that you seeing things, maybe you don't need to be an officer. Right. Maybe you in the wrong job. Maybe they need to change your job description because you are not qualified for the position given. The Attorney General of the United States, Eric Holder, is the chief law enforcer. That means it is his responsibility, his sworn duty to take actions against officials, whether on the government level or on the state level, who violate the law. Right. Law enforcement has violated the law coming and going. Right. The department heads refuse to prosecute them. The district attorneys refuse to bring charges against them. And the state attorneys act like we don't see none of that, y'all handle it. So therefore, the bulk of the matter falls on the United States Attorney General because he oversees all of those entities. And if they ain't doing what the hell they supposed to do, hello, your move. That's what the petition is about. It's about galvanizing people across the United States to focus on this government and tell them, get off your do-nothingness and deal with this issue. If the President of the United States can get on national TV and focus on 24 white babies who lost their lives and create such a stir that they want to change the Constitution and they want to change policies, then goddamn it, thousands and thousands of black and brown folks being slayed every day by law enforcement is certainly worthy of your attention. We are tired of you pretending that we don't exist. It's bad enough we losing our houses, can't get a job, can't get no services, no programs, and they slaying us across the United States, and you smiling and grinning. Uh-oh, no. Game up. We coming for you. Expect us.
When it comes down, don't you be afraid.